Captains in hockey are true leaders of men, the guys who are put in the position to drive, motivate, and rally their team to the ultimate goal of a Stanley Cup. And when they get there, they are the ones who get to hoist it first. There are different levels of captains in the NHL. There are the all-time franchise great players, legends of the game, and wily veterans who might not be as recognized outside of their own city, but within their organization, they'll have fans for life. Today we're breaking down all the different levels of captains in the NHL, at least for those teams that have them, and we're going to start this time at the very top, the current GOAT of the NHL, Connor McDavid, captain of the Edmonton Oilers. I said current GOAT. You could argue that maybe Crosby and Ovechkin have more accomplishments over their careers, but at the current level of play that all three of those guys are at, McDavid is head and shoulders the best. He's one of the three best players in the NHL consistently. And even though the Oilers have fallen short in the playoffs the last few years, I don't put that on Connor McDavid. Next here, we have the group of what I would call the current NHL superstars, which includes Alexander Barkov, Tkachuk, Dylan Larkin, Nick Suzuki, and Austin Matthews. This group has a combined 2 Stanley Cups, and they were both won by Barkov, but these are some of the best players in the NHL right now, the true leaders of their team, not to say that the guys below them are not. But the main point of this category is that these guys are cornerstones of their franchise and are going to be for the next 5 to 10 years, in which I would expect that all of them are going to keep playing at an elite level, unlike the guys in the tier below us who are the old guard of Anze Kopitar, Alex Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, and Victor Hedman. All of these guys are incredibly accomplished. All of them have their ships. They've won just about all of the awards that they're going to in their career, but I don't think any of them are going to be playing, or at least playing at a high level, in 5 years' time. Obviously, Kopitar, already on his swan song, could be Ovechkin's last year. Who knows if Crosby has more than a year or 2 left in him. Hedman's the one guy who I think could still be playing in 5 years, but I don't think it's going to be at the elite level that he's accustomed to playing at. One tier below them, we have the current stars. These aren't the superstars, these aren't the franchise-altering cornerstones, but they're very good players on their respective teams. We got guys like Mark Stone, Clayton Keller, Nico Hischier, and Rasmus Dahlin. If you were to ask most fans of their current NHL teams who's the best player on your team, a lot would say these guys, but some might say that there are some others who are better on their team. Jack Hughes for New Jersey, Jack Eichel for Vegas, maybe Buffalo fans would say Tage Thompson, maybe Utah fans would say Dylan Guenther. But these guys would be second or third at the very worst. They're all incredibly talented players, they're all great leaders of the room, but I don't think any of them is the de facto, no argument about it, best player on their team. Next tier down, we have team leaders. These are guys who are usually veterans. They're very accomplished players, still putting up pretty good production, but they're definitely not the alpha male #1 guy on their team, and probably really aren't even in the argument. This would be guys like Jamie Benn, Gabe Landeskog, there's Lee, Sean Couturier, Jordan Eberle, Jordan Staal, and Roman Josi. Some of these guys were stars on their team and franchise cornerstones who have been decimated by injuries, like Gabe Landeskog. Some have just aged and are not at the level that like the franchise legends are, like Roman Josi. And some are just really good role players who are producing very well and would be the second or third best on most teams in the NHL, but that's just not quite at the level of the guys above them. I'm thinking of guys like Couturier, Lee, and Eberle. Great players, great contributors, great captains, not high-end elite captains. Then one tier below them, we got the plugs. You need these guys on every team. Sometimes they become the captain. Players who just go out there, they play their role, they play hard, they're leaders by example, but they're not the best player on their team, and nobody would argue that. These are guys like Braden Shen, Jared Spurgeon, Boone Jenner, Adam Lowry, Mikhail Backlund. These guys are bad players by any stretch of the imagination. There are no fourth liners or bottom pair defensemen here. It's just that if they were on a really good team, are any of these guys even one of the 5 best players on their team? Probably not. That doesn't take away from their leadership and their contribution and how well they play their role, but it's just not the same as having a superstar or franchise legend leading your way. And then finally, we have the last tier, which is really you. Like, these are captains who most fans are gonna cock their head and be like, really, that guy's T. Miller is captain of the New York Rangers after just getting traded back here last season? Radko Gudas is the captain of the Anaheim Ducks. He's only been there a few years. Nick Foligno has bounced around the NHL and was mostly known for being a Blue Jacket, but now he's captaining the Chicago Blackhawks after 2 years. Some of these guys are placeholders, like we assume that Connor Bedard will take the C from Nick Foligno eventually. The others kind of just feel like they picked a captain just to pick a captain. Bad as that might seem, it's better than not having a captain at all. Come on, Bruins, Sharks, and Canucks. It's just embarrassing. Pick somebody already.